right, quickie update on the Emerson 75046 DC fan from the Palmer House Hotel. Decided to go at it with acetone. Pretty happy with it, but there were just too many large areas where the black was not flecking off easily. You know, in the corners and nooks and crannies where they probably couldn't get in there and wipe it down real good to get rid of the grease. It popped off pretty easily, but some of these larger areas, you know, where you can imagine where you might, if you had a rag and you were wiping this thing down with spirits or whatever, mineral spirits or, well, turpentine back then, to clean the grease off, you could get to these larger areas really easily, so the paint adhered better. But the acetone is making a quick job of it. I have to be careful not to burn through like I did right here. Not the end of the world, but still not sure what the end game is here. But it's you know, lighter. I think this color is more true. You know, the acetone tends to kind of remove that top layer that is probably darkened and yellowed with age. Like right here, you can see it's a little bit more yellowish. I like to think that's more the true color, but you know, here where I haven't used acetone yet, but honestly, I think that's probably a little bit darker than what the true color is. So basically right now I'm just, you know, hitting it with some mothers just to kind of protect the surface a little bit, give a tiny bit of sheen. I think what I'm going to end up doing is filling in these little spots with a tiny art brush with a good matched color. Probably use one-shot lettering enamel. They have an ivory, but I think combination of their ivory, maybe imitation gold, white, you know, will get me real close. And that's really good paint for in painting this sort of thing. So we'll see. I mean, ideally this thing needs to be completely sandblasted and repainted, and that might be what happens. But anyway, slowly but surely coming back to life. Oh, I will say I did talk to the original owner. I sent him an email via eBay and I said, you know, do you know anything about this fan, where it came from? Because I couldn't wrap my head around how it was so greasy and filthy on top of the black paint, which was obviously painted. It was obviously painted black a long time ago. You know, just because I could tell that this is lead-based black paint, the way it laid down so nice. Anyway, he said the machine shop he worked at for a long time closed about 20 years, and he grabbed this as a memento of sorts. And the machine shop probably, I'm guessing, I mean, he said this fan was there when he got there, and he worked there a long time. So I'm guessing when the Palmer House switched over from DC to AC, and this probably had to be in the 40s, they probably had a sale or an auction or whatever, but the machine shop got this. And, you know, machine shops routinely have a lot of big heavy equipment, machinery that runs on DC. So that totally made sense. In fact, I even came up with that scenario when I was trying to figure out how it could possibly have been so filthy on top of the black. You know, that's the only explanation, because, you know, this obviously wasn't in possession of some collector who was running it on DC, and you know, had it been black at the Palmer House, you know, there's no way it would have got that filthy either, because they just wouldn't have allowed it to get so dirty. So anyway, interesting aside.